And so right now, we're at the beginning stages of the home buying season, and getting our clients' offers accepted. The best way I could describe it is we're being pretty scrappy, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, so we're fighting for every offer, all right? And it's all about the best way to describe it. So I did a video before, but I'll do this video again. So imagine if we were at a restaurant and this bottle costs $100, but everybody in that restaurant, they want to buy that.
Yeah,
right?
that bottle.
That one. And it's the only one that exists, right? That's the market right now. So in order to get your clients' offers accepted in this market.
And now the bottle's gone.
Yep, bottle's gone.
That's it. Too late.
That's literally how long it takes, right? Yeah. So the bottle was on the market for 20 seconds and now it's gone, right?
Poof.
That is the home buying market in Dallas right now. So what's so important is you want to make sure that you're prepared, not when you see the home, not when you go to this open house and start talking to the agents and see it and like, oh my God, I got to make an offer. This is amazing. No. You've got to be sure that you line up your financing. You get pre-underwritten, right? So that we can get halfway through the loan process before you've even started making an offer.
Even look.
Exactly. You've identified every single possible money that you possibly can from a down payment and closing cost perspective, right? So you want to have all of those things lined up in advance. And on top of that, something that you and I have been talking about with one of your clients is, your clients, they're looking to put down 20%, right? And if you put down 20% in this market, we've got a little trick, right? So what's the name of our trick? Okay, I'll give you a hint. It has something to do with an appraisal.
TCA.
No, so it's an appraisal waiver, right? So an appraisal waiver allows us...
But it's different than the appraisal waiver addendum that I use.
Yes. Okay, so here's the thing when it comes to appraisals, right? So the investor has a minimum down payment that you have to meet, right? So your options can be, if you were going conventional and the investor minimum is 5% down, right?
It's only 5.
So 5% down, that's the minimum investment, right? So that's what you have to put down as your down payment. Now you could put 20% down, you could put 50% down, you could put whatever amount that you want down.
Right.
But the key thing is you have to at least meet that investor minimum. Now, in some cases, if you were putting 20% down, there's something called an appraisal waiver. And an appraisal waiver is, we actually take a property address and we say, based on this specific purchase price, right? So let's just say the home is listed for $470,000, right? And we're going to go in at $500,000. So we're going to go a little bit above ask, right? So we're going to say $500,000. If I have 20% down and it's $500,000 is the actual offer price, the agreed to purchase price, that means that I need to put down $100,000, right? 20%, right? So what we can do is, instead of waiting for the appraisal or putting together an appraisal contingency in the offer, right? That's what you were thinking of, right?
That's what
the appraisal
I use,
contingency.
which is different than what the lender uses.
Right. What I can do is I can enter in that address, I can say $500,000, 20% down, and then I'm going to run my automated underwriting system, and it's going to tell me if we're eligible for an appraisal waiver. And if we are, guess what that means?
That we have no appraisal contingencies within our offer.
Exactly. So we can make extremely strong offers, because now, instead of a 30-day close with a 17-day appraisal contingency and a 15, 14-day loan contingency, now we could do a 10-day loan contingency. I don't have to order an appraisal. Appraisal doesn't even come into the picture. Now I can close in 21 days.
And it saves the client the cost of the appraisal.
Exactly. So if you have 20% or more that you're going to be putting down for the purchase of a home, make sure you check to see if it's eligible for an appraisal waiver. First. That's number one.
After you already have all of your documents in place.
Exactly. So step one is, first talk to Haley, get an idea of kind of what you want to do, and let her be the expert in terms of just finding locations and all of that. Step number 2, talk to me, where we will go through, we'll pre-approve you, we'll get through all of your documentation, we'll identify every possible asset that you have. And step 3 is we will actually send your file through underwriting so that we have a pre-underwriting approval. And now you're halfway through the loan process and you're able to tell a listing agent that you have been pre-underwritten. An actual underwriter has looked at your income, assets, and credit. Makes everybody feel good, right?
Exactly.
And then that's where you start looking at those open houses. And Haley and I, we stay in touch in terms of, what is that home? What are you going to be offering? And based on, if you have the 20%, you have to have 20%, right? That's the key. Based on that 20%, are we going to get an appraisal waiver? And if we are, man, that's awesome, right? That just has our offer stand apart from anybody else that has an appraisal contingency in their offer. It's really, really amazing. So definitely encourage you guys to do that. So we're off to house number 2. So we'll do a little more, some more footage there. So stay tuned.